This is the Pomoly T1 Ultra Titanium Camp Stove. I've been using it since January 2022, and today I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm not sponsored by Pomoly, these are just my impressions after using the stove, and hopefully it can help you make a purchasing decision. First, I'll talk about specs, and then I'll demo the setup so you can get a feel for the T1 Ultra. I'll also show you what it looks like in several tents so you can get a feel for the size. And finally, I'll talk about my experiences with the Pomoly T1 Ultra and my overall impressions. First, what comes in the bag? You get the stove bag itself, the T1 Ultra stove, a rolling titanium stovepipe, chimney rings, a smoke damper with 3 titanium screws, a spark arrestor, and cut-resistant gloves. Next, let's talk specs. It weighs 11.8 pounds. Its length is 17.3 inches or 44 centimeters, with a width of 9 inches or 23 centimeters. The firebox height is 7.9 inches or 20 centimeters, and the total height from the ground to the top is 13 inches or 33 centimeters. The T1 Ultra gets its name from the 1 millimeter thick GR1 titanium that it's constructed from. It does not rust or corrode, and it's very lightweight and high quality. The T1 Ultra has 2 tempered glass windows, one on the side and one in the door. The stove body is reinforced in the lid and the bottom to prevent deformation and to help heat pots evenly. It has a firewood capacity of 20.2 liters. The sliding air intake in the door has 7 holes. It has a very easy to use door latch, an adjustable and detachable damper, a titanium spark arrestor with guy line points. It comes with a titanium rolling stovepipe, and you can pick the length. It's either 8.2 feet or 2.5 meters, or 9.84 feet, which is 3 meters. The stovepipe's diameter is 2.36 inches or 6 centimeters. It comes with cut-proof gloves to prevent cuts and scratches when you're rolling up the titanium stovepipe. The collapsible laser cut legs are very stable, and the entire stove folds flat for portability. Next is setup. Setup is super easy for the Pomoly T1 Ultra. Everything folds up and latches into place. I'm going to put a timer on the screen now and demonstrate setup. I'm not trying to do this as fast as possible. This is just a real-world setup demo. Now I am going to break the Pomoly T1 Ultra back down and put it in its bag. Let's put a timer on the screen so we can see how long that takes. Let's talk about the stovepipe or the chimney. It's a rolled titanium sheet, and it comes in lengths of either 8.2 feet or 9.84 feet. I have the 9.84 foot length stovepipe. The first time you roll this bad boy up, it can be a little difficult. I watched a ton of videos and I couldn't seem to get it right. So I went and purchased a piece of 2-inch diameter PVC pipe and I rolled it around that. There is no shame in using PVC pipe. I've seen a pool noodle being used in videos. Plus, you won't crush your titanium stovepipe using this method. The end diameter of this stovepipe is 2.36 inches, so a 2-inch diameter PVC pipe works great. You only have to use the PVC pipe once to get the rolled shape into the metal. Basically, you're creating a memory in the metal of the rolled chimney shape. After that, you can re-roll your stovepipe to store it in the bag, and the shape will reform when you need to use it again. It's just this first time that the PVC pipe really helps to get that correct shape and to stop you from crushing the thin titanium sheet. You will also need to use guy lines in 3 spots to anchor the stovepipe. The Pomoly T1 Ultra does not come with guy lines, so I purchased some on Amazon. I will link them in the description below. If you are not a fan of the rolling stovepipe, you can purchase a non-rolling stovepipe from Pomoly, which is new for 2022. It comes in lengths of 4.3 feet or 131 centimeters, all the way up to 12.7 feet or 388 centimeters. And it comes with 3 guy lines and a carrying bag. You can also purchase single sections of pipe, and apparently this stovepipe is manufactured to fit any Pomoly stove, so that is pretty great too. Piggybacking off of setup is a little note on burning in your Pomoly. When you first get your T1 Ultra, you're going to want to do a first burn before you use it in a tent or a shelter. Basically, you're burning off any chemicals or finishes from the manufacturing process. I burned mine in on my back patio, and I will link the video of the process above and in the description below. Let's talk price. As of October 2022, the Pomoly T1 Ultra costs $575 with the 8.2 foot stovepipe and $580 with the 9.84 footer. If you want the non-rolling stovepipe, that will be an additional cost of $105 for the 4.3 footer, all the way up to $232 for the 12.7 footer. I will link all of the items in the description as prices and inventory fluctuate. Now, my impressions and experiences with the Pomoly T1 Ultra. So the T1 Ultra is my second camp stove. I started out with the Guide Gear outdoor wood stove, and I found it to be too bulky and heavy at 43 pounds. I upgraded to the T1 Ultra in January 2022, and I'm so happy that I did. Pomoly makes really high quality gear, and the T1 Ultra is no exception. It is lightweight and easy to set up. At 11.8 pounds, I can take it anywhere, and it folds up into its carrying bag with ease. I love the 2 windows for ambiance and to see when I need to add more wood. The top of the stove is a great cooking surface. The legs are strong and stable. The damper is easy to use and works great. And the spark arrestor does its job. I haven't had any burn holes in my tents. I've experienced no deformation of the titanium. The firebox itself is long enough to fit many different sizes of wood. And the titanium is beautiful, and it has this amazing multicolored patina after using it many times. So my only complaint is with the stovepipe. I am not a fan of the rolling titanium stovepipe. Even using the PVC pipe to roll it correctly the first time, I still feel like it's always trying to unroll, and the chimney rings are sliding all over the place. That's why I was happy to see that Pomoly makes a non-rolling modular stovepipe out of titanium. I still wanted a lightweight titanium option for my stovepipe, and I guess a lot of other people did too. Also, the 9.84 foot tall stovepipe is huge for the tents that I use. Perhaps if I had a tall teepee tent, it would make more sense, but I wish I had ordered the 8.2 foot stovepipe instead. The reason I originally ordered the long one was because of the Guide Gear stove. It had a 7 foot tall stovepipe, and I had gotten a couple of burn holes in my tent, so I figured taller was better. But after using the 9.84 foot tall stovepipe, I realized that I could have gone shorter and it would have been fine because the spark arrestor on the T1 Ultra is great. Other than that, I have no complaints with the Pomoly T1 Ultra, and I recommend it to anyone who is looking for a high quality titanium hot tent stove. If you found value in this video, please give it a like so that other people like you can find it. On the screen, I will link my review of the Megahorn hot tent from Luxe Hiking Gear and one of my latest camping trips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.